5 signs. Your digital solutions. Partner takes data security seriously. Organizations engaging digital solutions. Partners today are asking sharper questions than they were even a few years ago. They want to understand how their data is handled, who has access to it, and what happens when an engagement wraps up. That shift reflects a broader recognition that bringing in an outside partner means extending a meaningful level of trust, and that trust deserves a thoughtful answer. As a digital solutions firm working with owner-operators across oil and gas, chemicals, mining, and other complex industrial sectors, ReVisionz welcomes that scrutiny. Clients who ask hard questions about data security make for better partnerships. They also tend to get more out of the work. What follows is our perspective on what a genuinely strong security posture looks like in digital transformation engagements, and the markers worth looking for when evaluating a partner. 5 things strong. Partners get right. 1. Access is scoped to the engagement, not the organization. Strong partnerships operate on a least privilege model. The people working on your project have access to what the work requires and nothing beyond it. Permissions are tied to specific roles, reviewed throughout the engagement and revoked when they are no longer needed. That kind of discipline around access is one of the clearest indicators of mature security practices. 2. Your data has a defined life cycle. From the start of an engagement to its conclusion, client data should be handled under clear and documented policies. Proprietary information stays within the engagement it belongs to. It does not appear in demonstrations, get repurposed for other clients, or linger in environments after the work is done. Delivery infrastructure is actively managed and decommissioned when no longer required. A partner that can speak to this with specificity has thought carefully about their responsibilities. 3. The infrastructure reflects the sensitivity of the work. Client delivery environments should be logically separated, protected by multi-factor authentication, and governed under enterprise cloud security standards. Third-party platforms used in delivery should be vetted against defined security requirements before they are brought into an engagement. The infrastructure a partner operates needs to reflect the sensitivity of the data it touches. 4. The people behind the technology are held to the same standard. A strong security posture extends beyond systems and into the workforce. Recurring security awareness training, centrally managed devices, and clear contractual obligations for contractors and subcontractors are all indicators that a partner takes the human side of data security as seriously as the technical side. The two are not separate concerns. 5. Transparency is treated as a baseline, not a differentiator. A partner confident in their security practices should be able to produce documentation at any point in the engagement. How they manage access, how they handle client data, and how they align with recognized frameworks such as the National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST. That documentation should be readily available during vendor onboarding and easy to share. Transparency about security practices are a baseline expectation. Questions worth asking before you sign. The vendor selection process is the right moment to go deeper on security, and it is worth going in with specific questions. Here are some suggestions. How does the partner manage access across different client engagements, and what prevents one client's environment from bleeding into another's? What does offboarding look like when a project concludes, specifically around access revocation and environment decommissioning? How are third-party platforms and subcontractors handled within their security framework? These are reasonable questions that any serious partner should welcome. The quality of the answers and the ease with which they are given will tell you a lot. The standard. We apply to our own work. ReVisionz works directly within client-provided environments using client-managed credentials and systems. That keeps data inside the client's established security perimeter and under their governance, which is where it belongs. In cases where we operate within our own environments, client data is logically separated, Access is governed by least privilege principles, and infrastructure is maintained under enterprise cloud security standards with multi-factor authentication across all users. Our approach to data security is consistent regardless of where the work happens. For clients who want a clearer picture of what that looks like in practice, we have published our data security and confidentiality practices on our website. Transparency is non-negotiable. Trust is at the center of every productive client-partner relationship, and in digital transformation work, that trust is built on clear practices, documented commitments, and a willingness to be transparent about how sensitive information is handled from the first day of an engagement to the last. The organizations that get the most out of their digital transformation investments are typically the ones that approach the partnership with clear expectations and held their partners accountable to them. Data security is a reasonable place to start. If you would like to learn more about how ReVisionz approaches data security and client confidentiality, visit our data security and confidentiality page or reach out directly. We'd be happy to walk you through our process.